Hi guys, I'm Lexbo, and welcome back to What If Pokemon Sun and Moon was a traveling series, and this is part 3. If you have never seen this series before, if you haven't watched part 1 or part 2, links in the description, all that stuff, please go watch them. And other than that, I'm going to start the video right now, so I hope you enjoy. For our recap, we will start off with Elio. His current team is his Litten and his Sandshrew, and he has 3 Z Crystals. His goal is to take on all 4 Grand Trials. Celine started off with a Poplio and recently caught an Oricorio on Alola Island, and she's still trying to find her goal. And next up is Zazie, who is with the Ultra Recon squad trying to gather Ultra data to send back to them. Our trio has just arrived in Konikoni City on Alola Island and start to explore when they find the Alola Photo Club and decide to check it out. They then meet a girl who is the head of the Alola Photo Club, which explains that they can use their Pokédexes to take photos of Pokémon. The group all decides they want to try this out. Elio takes a very blurry photo of his Litten. Zazie takes a photo of her Poipole spraying out toxic poison. And finally, Celine poses for a photo with all of her Pokemon and seems to really enjoy it. The photo club girl tells Celine that she has some real talent for taking photos of her and her Pokemon, and tells Celine that she should try and take a lot more photos of her Pokemon, and introduces Celine to Pokemon's social media, where Celine can post all of her photos. Celine decides she wants to post her photos online, and see if she can make a following on Pokemon's social media, and this starts Celine's goal of becoming a Pokemon photographer. The group then heads to the nearby ruins as Elio wants to find Olivia and challenge her to a grand trial. They do in fact meet Olivia, and she explains that if Elio wants to challenge her, he's gonna have to take on a trial, and explains that there are rumors of a totem Pokemon up near Brooklet Hill that he should go and check out. So the group decides to set off on a journey to Brooklet Hill. On their way to Brooklet Hill, the group finds Hey Hey City and realizes that there is a Pokemon art competition being held, and Celine decides that they should all enter. The group then meets some of the other participants who are taking place, a trainer named Tracy and a trainer named Mina, and they all enter the Pokemon art competition. For this competition, all you need to do is submit a piece of art about Pokemon. It can be in any form of art. Tracy and Mina do what they do best, draw, and they draw sketches of Pokemon, their Pokemon in particular. Zazie has her Poipole draw a painting using its weird paint stuff, I don't know what that's called. Celine takes a photo of her Poplio posing in the water, and Elio decides to train instead of participating, and through his training, Sandslash is able to learn the move Shadow Claw. In the end though, Celine wins and is told she has great talent for taking pictures of Pokemon. Next up on their travels, the group finds themselves to Paniola Ranch, and if you don't remember, Paniola Ranch is actually owned by Kiawe's family in the anime. This is where they meet Kiawe's father, and he explains to them that there has been a wild Rowlet in their farm, and tells them that if they can figure out why this Rowlet is here, that he will be very thankful and give them a bunch of ice cream, so the group accepts the challenge. Zazie finds this Rowlet and tries to explain to it that it's not supposed to be there when it finds out that Rowlet actually set up a nest there. So Zazie tells it that it's not allowed to stay, so how about it comes with her? And Rowlet decides to come along. Now Rowlet isn't going to be Zazie's main battler. It's here for one, to have all 3 starters on the teams, and it's also going to be used for Zazie to research Pokemon from the Alola region. Zazie will mainly be researching it, and it might also be used for some comedy relief, but no big battles, so it's not going to be super relevant to the series, but yes, she did catch it. Finally, our group reaches Brooklet Hill, and they find that there's actually a totem glycopod that is terrorizing the area. Elio is of course ready for a battle, and sends out his Litten, and while Litten does some damage, it is of course taken out by the water-type totem Pokemon. He then sends out his Sandslash, which starts battling it using its new Shadow Claw attack, and does some pretty good damage, but it feels like it's gonna lose, so Elio takes out his Ghost Z Crystal, and uses Shadow Claw as a base to perform the Ghost Z move. And with that, he's able to take out the Totem Glycopod, and earns himself a Water Z Crystal. He also finds a Wimpod that is very thankful to him for defeating the Totem Glycopod, and Wimpod just won't leave him alone, so he offers Wimpod the possibility to join his team, which Wimpod accepts, and he catches his third Pokemon. The group heads back to see Olivia, but on their way stops at the Hano Grand Resort, and starts to explore the area, specifically the beach, where they find a very beautiful Milotic in the waters. So Celine decides she wants to take out her camera and take some photos of it. However, she isn't the only one with this idea, and that's where we meet a brand new character named Phil. This is Phil. He is from Johto, specifically New Barktown, and he is going around the world trying to take amazing photos of Pokemon, which led him to the Alola region, and he's currently trying to take a picture of this Milotic. Phil and Celine quickly become rivals and decide to both try and take photos of Milotic and spend a while trying to get just the perfect shot, and they use a functionality on their Pokedexes to print out their photos. The two of them both take the printed out photos and shuffle them around and then show them to Elio and Zazie without revealing who took what photo, and ask Elio and Zazie to choose their favorite, and they unanimously decide on one picture, which happens to be Phil's, and this definitely starts firing up the rivalry between Celine and Phil, and they decide that next time they meet, they will take another picture battle of sorts to see who's the better photographer. And finally, our group arrives back where they started, at the ruins, to take on the grand trial against Olivia, and Elio sends out his Wimpod and his Sandshrew. But he realizes a problem with Wimpod. It is scared of battling. It starts running and hiding and just refuses to battle. So Olivia launches one Stone Edge and Wimpod is down. Elio is upset, and rightfully so, and he's down to just Sandshrew, and this is a double battle. He has to take down both of Olivia's Pokemon. So he tries his best. He even uses a Steel-type Z move, but it doesn't work. Even with his Z move, he still loses because it's 1 against 2, and Wimpod, well, wimped out. So Elio loses the grand trial. Olivia tells Elio that he needs to do better with his Pokemon and figure out why Wimpod wouldn't battle. She tells him that now he has to take on 2 more trials if he wants to face her again. Elio accepts, and they go back into Akala Island to hunt for more trials. And there it is. That was part 3 of What If Pokemon Sun and Moon was a traveling series. I really do hope you enjoyed this one. It was a lot of fun to make. And next time we will be back on Akala Island to see if Elio can defeat Olivia. Next part might be out in about a month. I'm not super sure about that. So until then, I'll see you in my next video.